Welcome to Fuel Phase, aka a reverse diet. So in this video, we are going to talk about what the heck is a reverse diet. So what is it? What's a reverse diet? Well, it's the diet after the diet.
This is the key to long-term success. This is the missing piece for so many people.
Yeah, it's the part that most people forget, and it is the most important part. So as you know, after the diet, we are primed for fat. It's primed for fat storage. Our body wants to prevent future famines. It wants to do everything in its power to get us back to that body weight set point. And if you remember from our metabolic adaptations presentation, this little like three-prong approach is our body's self-defense system and how it gets us back to our previous body weight. But we just went through this fat loss phase and we don't want to be there, right? So what does it do? Well, it defends us by doing some metabolic adaptation. It increases hunger, and a lot of times after you finish a fat loss phase, you might be of that mindset of like, I want to eat all the things, right? So it increases hunger because it wants to fill up those fat stores, and it fills up those fat stores first, unfortunately. So if we were to reflect back to these fat cells, we have like the big fat cells, which then now we're at our current portion of like the fat cells have shrunk and we look amazing. But if we start to increase calories too quickly, then the body fat starts to build quicker. We start to add fat cells and we binge on all the food, right? We've all been there. We are guilty of this as well.
So not only do those fat stores fill, but you also get new ones, which is what makes it so hard moving forward if you don't do it correctly.
Yep. And so this is exactly where phase 3 or fuel comes into play. So a reverse diet, it's focused on minimizing any fat gain while increasing your calories and reversing those metabolic adaptations. So the like slowed metabolism, the feelings of fatigued, maybe you're not moving as much because you're trying to conserve as much energy as possible. Maybe you're not horny, all of those different things. We want to reverse them because we don't want to be in this I feel like shit state, right?
Yep.
And so it's a phase to solidify your results, and it's telling your body that this is the new you. So who is it for? What is phase 3 actually like? Who is it for? What do we want to do? Well, it's for anyone who wants to maintain the progress that they've made while also increasing calories and pushing what we call their metabolic capacity. So your metabolism or the amount of calories that you can eat in a day to be able to maintain your current body fat percentage. And let's go over a couple of people that it's great for.
So if you are someone that just ended a fat loss phase and you have not achieved your goal yet, whether or not you have achieved your goal, it's great to have a break to reverse metabolic adaptation for things moving forward.
Another person it's really good for is anybody who's ended a fat loss phase and they have achieved their goal. But so maybe you've achieved your goal, but your calories are super low, and we call them like poverty calories. And so basically, they're unsustainable. Nobody wants poverty calories for the rest of their life, right? So we want to bump those calories up while maintaining our amazing physique that we just achieved.
Yep. And then once again, if you haven't reached your calories, but realistically, your calories are, or you haven't reached your fat loss goal, but your calories are so low, we need to restore some, metabolic adaptation to make sure that you can enter a dieting phase again, and you're not necessarily taking your calories, through the floor.
And this is also maybe it's where you've reached what we call like a plateau. So you've reached that true plateau. You've done all of the things to get you where you currently are, and you don't seem to be making any more progress, and you still have more progress that you'd like to be made. But now your body's saying, hey, you know what? Like, I'm ready for a break. It's also for the yo-yo dieter. Come on, we have all tried some crazy ass diets, right? Where whether it's keto, whether it's like whatever it is, we've all tried the new trend of things. And oftentimes what happens is when we're constantly eating low calories, our body gets used to it. We begin to be very, very efficient, and we operate like a Prius. We don't want to operate like a Prius. We want to be burning through fuel, looking like a sexy, sleek Ferrari, right?
Yep.
So this is a great for people who have what they feel like a slowed metabolism, but realistically, it's just because their bodies become very efficient at utilizing the few calories that they do feed themselves.
Yep. And then also for competitors, bodybuilders, or people that have extremely low body fat percentage, we all know that we require a certain amount of body fat to maintain optimal health. So if you're someone that has, or you're in a situation where you've competed, you step on stage, you're below what would be the normal healthy range. So this is to make sure that you bring your fat back up, but in a way that is measurable, sustainable, and gets you to a healthy point versus blowing past it.
Totally. And then the last one is increasing golden maintenance range. And you're like, what the fuck is that? This is the funnest part. And this is probably something that you don't hear very often. But basically, we'll go into this in another video. But what the cool part is basically being able to increase your current maintenance calories while being able to maintain your physique. Like, who doesn't want to eat an extra 200 to 400 calories looking the way that they currently do right now, right?
Yeah. So could you imagine being in your goal body but eating more food?
Yeah.
Like that is what that is for.
Yep. So this phase, once again, is just to help normalize that this is the new you, and it's to help set future fat loss attempts up for success so that when you do diet in the future, your calories may not have to be as low in order to get similar results. It also helps you reinforce the mindset, the habits, and the skills that are needed for long-term success and being able to maintain your results. And of course, when you do start to increase calories, you're able to push harder in the gym, which then helps you build more muscle and it reshapes your physique. So basically, who's it good for? Freaking everyone, right? So in conclusion, phase 3 it's the diet after the diet. It's the most important part. It's the part that everybody forgets about. And we want to remember that our body, it wants to return to that previous weight. And so it uses different defense mechanisms to get us there. And so we want to do everything in our power to keep our physique. And so we want to reinforce those habit skills, mindset behaviors that are needed to do that. And phase 3 will help you do that. So we are focused on minimizing fat gain, solidifying all of the results that you've achieved thus far, and reverse any shitty metabolic adaptations that you're feeling right now. And basically, reverse diets are great for everyone. But if you have any questions, be sure to submit a question or apply for a breakthrough session inside our Fit for You coaching course.